The world's largest democracy, India's Mammoth parliamentary elections roll into the second of 7 phases today, with all eyes on the southern state of Kerala and Karnataka. Voting begins in 88 seats across 12 states and 1 union territory, with several prominent contestants like Rahul Gandhi, Shashi Tharoor and Hema Malini making it a high-stakes round. 158.8 million voters, including 3.4 million first-time ones and 32.8 million people between the age of 20 and 29 are exercising their franchise today. The polls are taking place in all 20 seats in Kerala and 14 of the 28 seats in Karnataka. Apart from these southern states, 13 seats in Rajasthan, 8 seats each in Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh, 6 seats in Madhya Pradesh, 5 seats each in Assam and Bihar, 3 seats each in Chhattisgarh and West Bengal, and 1 seat each in Manipur, Tripura and Jammu and Kashmir will go to polls today. Well, the fates of several high-profile contestants contesting some high-stakes seats will be sealed today. In Uttar Pradesh, BJP has fielded actor and sitting MP Hema Malini from Mathura. In Meerut, the party has picked Arun Govil as its contender. Govil, who is making his electoral debut, played Lord Ram in the popular TV show Ramayana. In Kerala's Wayanad, a three-pronged fight is brewing between Congress's Rahul Gandhi, BJP's K. Surendran and CPI's Annie Raja. Congress and CPI allies in the INDIA bloc have placed their contestants against each other in this constituency. Kerala's Trivandrum is also a high-stakes seat. The seat will also see a triangular competition. Well, Congress has fielded Shashi Tharoor, a 3-time MP from the constituency, seeking his 4th straight term in Parliament against BJP's Rajiv Chandrasekhar and CPI's Panyan Ravindran. And well, for more on this, we have our reporters fanned out across key locations in India. We have with us our correspondent Siddharth MP, who's joining us live from Trivandrum. We also have with us Dharamjot Kaur, who's joining us live from Gautam Budh Nagar in Uttar Pradesh, and Disha Shah from Mumbai, and finally Idris Lone from Jammu and Kashmir. Well, I want to first start with you, Siddharth. You're joining us live from Trivandrum. It is a single-phase polling in Kerala. All 20 seats are going to polls today. Talk to us about how it's a high-octane political battle in Kerala today.
Hello and good morning, Raisha. So let me start by telling you that the temperatures have already started to rise in Thiruvananthapuram, and it's hot and humid out here, and that's also what voters are feeling here at this point in time. It's a heated 3-cornered fight that Thiruvananthapuram is actually looking at, because this is a high-profile seat. Congress Shashi Tharoor, as you pointed out, held this seat for 3 consecutive terms. So in fact, he's actually created a record of sorts over here, and he's also a high-profile leader within the party, and he's also known far and wide. So it is such a kind of candidate that the BJP has chose to challenge with sitting minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar, who himself is from Kerala, although he lived largely in Bengaluru and other parts of the country. He hails from Kerala, and it's important to note that the local connection is something that Rajiv Chandrasekhar has been easily able to make throughout his campaign. And also, as far as the left party goes, before Shashi Tharoor's 3 terms of 15 years, there was a left candidate who held Thiruvananthapuram seat. It is the same gentleman, Mr. Ravindran, who's actually contesting from here this time around. So he was out of active politics for quite some time, almost retired from politics. But then now he is back in the fray to actually give a tough fight to both the Congress candidate and the BJP candidate. So what makes Thiruvananthapuram absolutely special is the fact that this is a constituency And that is also having a bit of history, attached to it, so to speak, because this is a place where India's space program began. This is also a place where there is a huge port that has been set up very recently. So this is in fact a very significant constituency. There's urban voters, there's fisher folk, there's communities associated with fishing and related vocations. So there are so many people from across socio-economic background that vote from Thiruvananthapuram, and the three-cornered fight here is something to watch out for, because even last time the BJP came second here, of course Tharoor winning by a margin of around 1 lakh votes. But what we have to keep in mind is that for several years now, several polls now consistently, BJP has been coming second in Thiruvananthapuram. So they've not let their guard down at all. That is one party that always wants to improvise and take new steps. So of course Rajiv Chandrasekhar is a Rajya Sabha nominated MP, but this time they want to field him in the Lok Sabha polls, Raisha.
Right, Siddharth. We'll of course be tracking that very closely here from South India. Let's shift our focus to the Hindi heartland. Our correspondent Dharamjot Kaur is joining us live from Gautam Budh Nagar in Uttar Pradesh. Dharamjot, there are 8 seats up for grabs in Uttar Pradesh today. What are you gauging? What's the on-ground preparation like?
Well, Raisha, it is bright and early, but voting has officially begun in the Gautam Budh Nagar constituency as well. Just a few moments ago, we saw a beeline of a lot of senior citizen voters who have already arrived to cast their vote. What we're also seeing is going to be a three-way battle here in Gautam Budh Nagar between the BJP, the SP and the BSP. The Samajwadi Party SP, of course, is contesting on behalf of the opposition India bloc. So a three-way contest, a very exciting contest here in Gautam Budh Nagar. We're also expecting the sitting MP, Dr. Mahesh Sharma of the BJP, to arrive here shortly to also cast his ballot. In terms of preparations, Raisha, I have to tell you, the poll panels and local administrations have gone all out to encourage and ensure that voter turnout, especially in the urban side, sees a surge, because historically urban voters have been showing a very dismal turnout. So we've been hearing about street plays, and marches by local school students to urge different residents to come out of their houses and, to cast their ballot. So a lot of preparations on the side of the administration. Security, of course, has also been beefed up in the region. About close to 2,000 to 2,500 police personnel just here locally in this region, thousands more present in other constituencies. So it is going to be a very exciting battle, not just here in GB Nagar, but also in the other 7 seats, especially in Mathura and Meerut. So how this pans out, what the voter turnout will be like, and will heat play a spoil sport? Those are some things that we will be looking forward to. Raisha.
Right, Dharamjot, coming to you. Disha, joining us live from Mumbai. Out of the 8 seats polling in Maharashtra today, 3 of these seats will witness a direct Sena versus Sena battle. Take us through that.
Well, good morning, Rahisha, to you and the viewers who are watching us right now at WION. Definitely, it is going to be a very significant day because there are about 8 seats and 8 constituencies that are going to polls today. And out of 8, like you rightly pointed out, 3 seats are going to witness the direct contestant fight, that is Shiv Sena led by Eknath Shinde versus Shiv Sena led by Uddhav Thackeray. So these 3 constituencies of Buldhana, Yavatmal and Hingoli are quietly important. But on the other side, if you talk about key constituencies, then Amravati and Nanded are 2 such key constituencies which is going to see an important battle, because remember, it is going to be a direct fight between BJP's NDA versus MVA's Congress. Remember, majority of the constituencies that are going to polls today have been a Congress stronghold, Congress bastion. So definitely BJP this time around has done a massive campaign in these constituencies. We have seen Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself taking 2 rallies in the span of a week alone, especially in the rural distress of these regions. Remember, all of these 8 constituencies are from Marathwada and Vidarbha, which is a highly farmer distress state. More than 80% of the farmers who are going to vote today are eligible, and Dalits, Maratha voters and farmers are going to be key voters today who will determine the fate of these 8 constituencies that are going to polls today.
Right, Disha, coming to you, Idris, the constituency of Jammu will go to polls today. What is the mood like on the ground with the Festival of Democracy returning?
Well, Rahesha, around 22 candidates in fray, out of which 2 are the main important candidates. One is from the BJP, who's a sitting MP, Jugal Kishore, and another one is the Congress leader, Raman Balla. The fight is between these two. Last election, we saw there was a tough fight between the two, but Jugal Kishore won by around 3 lakh votes. And this time, since Congress is a part of the India bloc, and parties like People's Democratic Party and as well as National Conference are supporting the Congress candidates, so it's going to be a tough fight for the sitting MP from the Bharatiya Janata Party. There are around 17 lakh voters in the Jammu constituency, which comprises of 3 districts. And this time, what we are also seeing is that regional political parties, which are led by Dr. Ghulam Nabi Azad, Sajad Lone, as well as Altaf Bukhari, have also not fielded candidates in the Jammu region. The PDP as well as National Conference has always been alleging that they are in support with the BJP, and that's the reason that BJP has not fielded any candidates in the Kashmir region, and these regional parties have not fielded any candidates but are supporting the BJP in Jammu region. So it's going to be a tough fight between the regional players. However, the main fight remains between the Congress and the BJP.
Idris, we'll have to wait and see how that pans out in Jammu today. Coming back to you, Siddharth, 14 out of the 28 seats are going to polls in Karnataka today. There's a direct BJP versus Congress battle there. How is that expected to pan out?
Yes, indeed, Karnataka is also going to the polls today. As you pointed out, half the number of seats, 14 of 28 seats in Karnataka are going to the polls. Most important among this are the 4 seats in Bengaluru, that is North, South, Central and Rural, where high-profile candidates are expected to face off. There's also Mysuru, where the royal family signed will be representing the BJP. So what we have to keep in mind is that sort of Karnataka is a state where, you know, both it mirrors the sort of situation that is seen at the national stage, where it's a direct battle between the BJP and the Congress. So Karnataka is an interesting state to follow purely because of how, you know, it's always been a state that has given rich dividends to BJP, especially BJP, given that they've not had a great run down south, but Karnataka is that one state that they place heavy bets on. Last time it was a saffron sweep in Karnataka. They won 25 out of 28 seats, and this time they've also, you know, gone ahead and allied with the JDS, which was formerly an ally of the Congress in the state. So it's interesting to see how that battle will pan out, especially given the fact that BJP wants to make a southern push, right? We've seen Prime Minister Modi make dozens of visits to southern part of the country as part of campaign and as part of official visits this year alone. So here what we have to keep in mind is that if BJP wants to, you know, surge ahead with that target of 350 or 400, then clearly it means that it's not possible with just seats from the core BJP constituencies alone. They'll have to, you know, make serious inroads into the south as well. So in that case, it's important to keep in mind that the 28 seats that are up for grabs in Karnataka are crucial to the Saffron party, and of that 14 seats are going to the polls today. But what has changed in Karnataka is that last year, just about a year ago, there was an election where the BJP government in the state was voted out. Of course, Karnataka keeps voting out the incumbent party. But then what we have to keep in mind is that now Congress is ruling the state, and now whether Congress will face anti-incumbency or whether BJP will actually, you know, use their Modi mantra to be able to woo voters, and whether that will make any difference today. Raisha.
Right, Siddharth. Thank you, Siddharth, Idris, Disha and Dharamjot for joining us here on the broadcast. We'll, of course, be tracking the coverage of Phase 2 Lok Sabha polls with you very closely here today.